Hey guys, welcome in to what we're going to do today is Divine Feminine Fridays. So, we're actually going to do a check-in with the Divine Feminine. As I was setting the space, I was trying to get ready. The channel song that came through for this, I was honestly going to do something completely different for Friday today. But when I set this, let me just back up. When I set the space, and I sat down, I felt like a lot of stuck energy, and I had to like move around my body. And as you know, you can like keep a lot in like your hips, but I had like a lot of stiffness kind of there. So I'm like, stretching, moving my body. And then I was like kind of like dancing, and it just like, I don't know, something very flowy, like flowy Fridays, right? And I was picking up on a lot of like divine feminine energy, like perhaps there's, it's a good time to alchemize the sacral energy, which, from this deck this morning read was actually a sacral card that came out, affirmation for myself. So anywho, nonetheless, I'm really picking up on the Divine Feminine collective. So we're going to go ahead and channel into that today. Stick around. It's not a completely set out reading, but here is the channeled song. So it's Show Yourself from Elsa, or from the Frozen 2 soundtrack, right? And I watched the whole music video. I know the song, very familiar with it, very familiar with the music video and, the movie scene. And if you're not, let me just tell you. So Elsa travels to Adewale, right? I think is the name of it. And she hears this calling. And this is really speaking to purpose, to waking up to your purpose. You hear a calling, right? You don't quite know what it is. It's just like a little, you like hear it and you're following it, right? So she ends up, crossing this dangerous ocean and doing all this stuff, whatever. She's in this ice cave and she like sees it and she's moving all of these pillars and this and this and that. And she realizes she's actually the fifth element. Her magic is actually one of like the elementals, or, akin to it in the comparison of the movie, right? She wakes up to her own like self-actualization. She has a self-actualization moment, and she kind of she's moving all these pillars and she's chasing it, and she shoots out into this white pillar of light, and then all of a sudden she can just see everything from all time, space, dimensions, right? Now, if you akin this to what this music video and this song is trying to say for a divine feminine collective, an interpretation of it, say we are going to interpret it just like we do like dream interpretation, right? Okay. It's revealing yourself to yourself and to others. In the song, she's singing, show yourself, right? Okay. I'm not going to sing it all the way on here because, we get loud with Elsa. But anyways, awakening to your own magic. And it's a self-realization. And something that can be really helpful is Pillar of White Light meditations, which I will explain about, and also working with the quantum field, which I'll explain a little bit about. This will actually be quite fun. So a Pillar of White Light meditation is, I see it sometimes as just like a basic spiritual hygiene practice. Okay, so if you are familiar with the concepts of your auric field, okay, if you're not, go research on that a little bit and then come back, okay? Your auric field, right? So what you do with the Pillar of White Light meditation, you actually imagine with your, third eye, your energy, your intention, that's all around you, white light just enveloping you, and you put yourself inside of an entire pillar of white light. So like you're here and the white light's just everywhere, but it is completely around you, like a pillar shooting up into the sky all the way down into the ground. And that will actually clear your auric field. It's great to do it before you go to sleep. You can set like protections in this place. You can wish to like, healing your sails to rejuvenate and this and that. And, like say your prayers, whatever it is that you do. Okay. Like incorporate it in. That can be really helpful. And then the quantum field is speaking to like quantum mechanics. Again, if you're not familiar with that, research on it a little bit and come back. But quantumly speaking, kind of like your auric field, but your auric field's actually like an energetic field. The quantum field is like your energetic field plus everybody else's. And in this part of the music video, part of the movie, whatever, after she is in her like pill, when she has this self-actualization moment, and then she goes into this pillar of white light, and then all of a sudden it just explodes out, and she can see all around her like a globe, kind of like if you've ever been to like a planetarium, how you can like see the stars on the ceiling, and sometimes they like watch movies and stuff on there, kind of like that. And she's seeing like all past, present, future, and she's able to gather information from it. That's what's referred to as the quantum field, or some people also, I would say, the collective consciousness. Some may even think of it as the astral realm. Okay, like I don't know the name for it, whatever. It's just like, you know what I'm saying? Anyways, so, and everybody has access to it by tuning into meditation. So if you're watching this, even if you're not like a divine feminine and you're like looking to work with your divine feminine energy or whatever, this isn't like, this part of it in particular isn't just like to the divine feminine. This is like just basic spiritual hygiene. White light meditation, going into meditation, you're then able to be in, a meditative space, and from that space, it's like, that's where you're able to actually quantumly work with stuff. You have to be able to tap into it, okay? And that is a great way to do it. Now, doing meditation practices like this will absolutely help you tune in. It will help you calm your inner waters, okay? Calm your inner waters. So then you are able to take the water and turn it into what you want it to be. You can alchemize it. Because if you know Elsa, that's what Elsa does. She's frozen, right? She can like shoot out snow and frozen stuff, but she obviously takes water from that. And Adewale, where she's discovering this information, is an ice cave. And there's like this little eerie tale, and it's like, oh, don't go too far, you might drown, in this ice cave. And what it's talking about really is like the inner caverns of your mind. Okay. Okay. It's like sometimes you have to be willing to experience the catacombs and not just like the city lights. Like you have to, sometimes there's a gem in there, right? Okay. There's like something to be uncovered. But this one there's like a river inside of the ice cave. So thinking about it as your internal river, your internal like divine feminine energy, what is it trying to like communicate to you? Going into these meditations before you go to sleep, and maybe trying to work with it through the dream state's really helpful. If you like morning meditation, that's great. Night meditation, I don't know. Sometimes you don't even have to like meditate all the way. Okay. You can like do it walking around. Some people like can't meditate. I'm not that fabulous of a meditator, to be honest. Sometimes like I really can, I can like get in there. The average of days I'm like really busy. Like I can't just sit around and, meditate for hours on end or whatever. Like that's just how it is with, if you're busy. But you can get yourself into a meditative state while you do other things. Like if you are, while you're doing like your daily activities, even while you're walking, like, okay, or whatever it is, commuting for work, like you just essentially want to envision a, white pillar of light around you as you can do it while you're like commuting out and about, or whatever, and it will protect your auric field. That's also really helpful if you're like somebody who has like a very porous like aura, or you're like really empathic. That's usually what it is. So anyways, definitely I advise doing that. So let's go ahead and dive into Divine Feminine Fridays. Okay. I want to use the Wild Woman Oracle by Cheyenne Zatarate and get an overall energy pool. I think I'm going to start doing these Divine Feminine Friday check-ins. Okay. All right. Elsa. It's so funny Elsa came through. The song just popped in my head. I was also guided to grab this self-hypnosis book. And we're going to like just randomly pull from this. Not sure what's quite in there for us, but we're going to go ahead and find out. So let's find out with our Divine Feminine Fridays. Where do we need to focus? Anastasia, self-discovery. Look, you can't make this up. Do you see this? This is actually the front-facing camera, so it's not the best, but that is okay. Witch of the Winter Woods healing. Okay, let's go ahead and read from the guidebook. Anastasia, 13. It's so funny thinking of like the theme of Disney movies. Because Elsa, okay, Anastasia is like a Disney movie, I think. Maybe it's not a Disney movie. It's a movie from when I was a kid. It was like one of my favorite movies. And I love this Wild Woman Oracle. Like there is so many divine feminine archetypes in here, right? Okay. But I loved Anastasia. I love that as a movie. And it talks about she was a princess, and her whole family met basically an untimely you know what, and she was lost and orphaned. Her whole family bought her like really rich grandma. But anyway, she grew up, I think it's like states in like London or something like that, right? Anyway, she grew up in the slums, like orphan kid, and there was a search for the missing princess, and somebody was gonna like play her off as it, and she's like a con artist, right? And they were like, oh yeah, we're going to play you off as it, whoop-de-whoop-de-woo. And she turned out to actually be, that's who she was. All of her like memories came back from this jewelry box. Music could really be significant. But anyways, like same thing with like nostalgic movies from your childhood. There could be like a message in there for you. So I don't know, maybe have a movie night for Friday, okay? Self-discovery. What is one step I can take today that will begin to lead me back to my true self? Message. Nothing is more important than knowing thyself. If you have been feeling estranged from yourself lately, whether this has been internally triggered by past memories and experiences, or triggered by external factors such as tumultuous relationships or career change, it's time to journey back to who you truly are. Even though the true story of Imperial Russia's Grand Duchess Anastasia, I'm going to butcher this name, Nikolaevna Romanova, that's it, okay, is tragic for Even though the true story of Imperial Russia's Grand Duchess Anastasia is tragic. For over a century, the world has been mesmerized by the idea of Anastasia's escape and survival. Although forensic science has proved that the entire Romanova family was assassinated in 1918, the version of Anastasia's Romanova's tale told in the animated film of 1997 and the subsequent musical still resonates. It's the story of the penniless youth orphan, Anya, with no past and seemingly no future, who is reunited with her grandmother, the Dowager Empress Marie Feodorova in Paris, and finally remembers who she truly is, the Grand Duchess Anastasia. Much better description. Anastasia is not a traditional imperial Russian name, but Greek, translating to resurrection. This meaning may have spurred rumors of the Grand Duchess's survival. While the human heart loves a happy ending, and the modern myth of Anastasia certainly gives us that, it is Anastasia's journey of self-discovery, her courageous and vulnerable journey to the past in order to find her future that we most identify with. Physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, we relate to the pain and confusion of not knowing who we really are and the adventurous journey we embark on to come home to our true self. That's crazy. Elsa is totally a journey of, it's a journey of self-discovery too, and she comes home. And actually after that, she denounces her royalty because she's queen at this stage in the game when she discovers that she's the fifth element, but she actually passes the crown to her sister. She says, hey sis, you got this. I'm gonna go be magical as fuck. Okay. And Anastasia's like, hey, she's like the hermit card, right? Okay. Do you see her holding the lantern? She finds her way home by finding her inner light. Oh, self-realization. Oh, I actually wrote a beautiful poem about self-actualization. And it's being reminded to me, it's being shown to me because the reason why is everyone on their path, you come to a point. You come to a point of purpose. You come to a point where you have to choose your path. But more importantly, where you get to choose to see and open up your eyes and see who you really are. And once you are able to witness that from an outside perspective, is only when you can truly self-discover. And what I mean by this is, it's like that lantern, it's lit by your inner light, what it is that you actually put out. Sometimes it's hard to see. Even when we look in a mirror, it's still hard to see sometimes exactly what it is that we're looking at, because sometimes our projections and our limiting beliefs will make us see one thing, whereas really we look like another thing, okay? It's like thinking you look like ridiculous in an outfit and everyone's like, oh my God, girl, you are on point. Look at you. You are dressed to the nines. And you're like, this top's just, it fits weird on me. Are you sure? As divine feminines, we do often have insecurities and things like that. And we have to be able to put those aside to discover that what we're actually projecting out, that lantern that we're actually lighting the way, showing everyone, that inner light is actually what people see, not actually what you look like. And it's an embodiment. It's an embodiment. Yeah. Beautiful. I love that. It's an embodiment. Okay. An embodiment of self-discovery, an embodiment to be able to actually take that journey and claim your magic like Elsa and claim your royalty. Claim your royal crown like Anastasia. It's actually so funny because Elsa's name, her sister, is Anna. Anastasia, queen, right? Okay. New queen. Okay. I don't know what's up in this self-hypnosis book, but perhaps maybe it's saying that you should work with like your subconscious mind and listen to affirmations and stuff like that. But we're going to find something in here that's like, I'm just going to flip to a random page and read what it says right here. Trigger word, freedom. Freedom Fridays. Does the divine feminine need freedom? I don't know. I really think I would like to start a divine feminine Fridays like community. And we can do check-ins. I'm not sure. But if I do, I'll probably do it through Patreon. I hate relying on like other platforms, and I have a lot more like creative control, you know, I don't have to like monitor myself as much. So check it out. I haven't put my Patreon up right now, but I'm like in process. I'm going to upload my whole catalog because I want to be free from, actually I want to free up memory actually, but I want to be free from what I've done to get here, because what I'm doing is completely different. And just like Anastasia, what she did to get where she was when she was an orphan girl is completely different than claiming the royal crown and having to embody that now royalty energy. Like you can't go around in the streets doing ratchet stuff when you're royalty. Okay? Like you can't do that. All right? You don't need to do that, more importantly. So there's some sort of liberation that needs to happen for the divine feminine. So the trigger word freedom is what we got to. So it's actually how to be free of smoking, the affirmation. So maybe you need to quit smoking. Maybe, sorry, I just needed some water. Maybe you have, or like you vaping or whatever. Also know, like, this isn't like medical advice and it's for entertainment purposes only and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. But like, listen, quitting smoking is a great thing. I used to be an ex-smoker, so I totally get it. So this is a self-hypnosis book, and essentially it gives you a play-by-play on how to brainwash yourself. This one's how to brainwash yourself into quitting smoking. So I'm going to go ahead and read this and enjoy. Let me just wet my whistle just a little bit. Know that this could be like something that you're needing to free yourself from too. It definitely doesn't have to be smoking. It could be something that you're needing to liberate yourself from because you need to be able to breathe easier. If I was divinating that, that's what I would take from it, you know? But I mean, I like get it. I've smoked for probably more than like half my life, honestly. I started smoking cigarettes when I was very young, and I have now quit. So kudos to me. I haven't picked it back up since I last quit. I've quit many times. But as of right now, I am still not a smoker. So hoorah, you can do it too, okay? How to be free of smoking. The affirmation. Trigger word, freedom. As I relax more and more, I realized that I do not need to smoke. I now have a strong desire to be healthy, to have more energy, to be able to breathe easily, to be in control. As I take control, I am free of cigarettes, free of tobacco, free of nicotine. I am also free to enjoy my life in a healthy way. I am really proud that I am leaving behind an unhealthy, unnatural habit, and I know that I have more respect for my body. I hear myself refusing cigarettes when they are offered to me and saying to people, "No thanks, I don't smoke." Enjoy the feeling of freedom that I now have. I enjoy being able to breathe easily, knowing that I no longer smell of tobacco. I know that my teeth are whiter and that I am so much healthier in every way. The only substitute I need for a cigarette is a long, deep breath of fresh air. The more that I take that long, deep breath, the more relaxed I become, and it gives me all the satisfaction that I need. Every day, I am more and more determined to become a non-smoker. I now have a clear picture of myself as a non-smoker, an ex-smoker, a person who has taken control. I see myself looking healthy, my skin glowing, my hair shiny, my body relaxed, and I look so good. Okay, and it's got an additional exercise. I just want to say, okay, I read this somewhere, or I saw it. There was a study done. Okay, so if you're familiar with like somatic breathing, belly breathing, right? Breathing all the way down. There's a study that they did that shows that smokers, their breaths, they take more shallow breaths than deep breaths. And when they smoke, the reason why they want to smoke so much is because they want to fucking breathe. They want to... And also smoking, you gotta like go outside, I hope. Please go outside if you do smoke, okay? Go outside. Anyways, you gotta go outside where it's beautiful and cold and whatever, warm. It's beautiful outside, and you get to be in nature, and you get to... You gotta breathe. Listen, you can go outside and you can breathe. You can go outside and take deep belly breaths. I actually have this, I don't think it's in here. I have this necklace. I have it in a little satchel now because my chain broke, but it's like an anti-smoking necklace, and it's literally a freaking copper tube that's gold plated. Okay. I got it for $2. And it's basically like a pen cap, and you're just, and it allows you in the little device to breathe in deeply like a cigarette, and it gives you that oral fixation that you need. Super helpful, okay? But if you don't have that, you can take something simple like a pen. I'm trying to find a pen that I have that's like an open chamber. Of course, I don't have any of them right now. A lot of pens like peel apart though, you know. What about gel pens? A lot of the times there's like smaller, whatever. Take this off. You got an empty fucking tube, and you could... You notice what I did there? I took a really deep breath of air and I held it, and then I exhaled. You can even like, smoke tricks. This sounds so fucking silly. I'm sorry. Is this poor advice? This is good advice. This is healthy advice, okay? Trying to save your life. No, but seriously, okay? That's always an option, okay? You can repeat that to yourself, that little exercise. You can actually even just go back and rewind it and listen to my voice. Maybe even better, I will record my voice and I will make a separate video of a self-hypnosis, whatever, this one, very softly spoken, and I will make that available for people to listen to, because why not? Why not, right? If it helps you, it helps you. But I'm telling you, okay, so they sell these little tubes. I seriously bought it on Facebook for like $2. They sell them everywhere in every single marketplace. You can get just like a cup or something, but you don't even need that. Like, but sometimes it does help. Sometimes it really does help. I remember like the very, I don't know, one of the times I quit smoking, because I was with child. I habit swapped out, and I ate like carrot sticks, but something about like holding the carrot stick was like helpful. So I just ate, every time I craved a cigarette, I just ate a carrot stick. I don't know what else to do, you know? What do you do? What do you do with that? You can do that, okay? It really fucking helps. It really helps. Eating something, even if you're eating candy. I don't want to like encourage people to eat candy though. Let's see what else this self-hypnosis book says. Anyways, the key is to hack your subconscious and your quantum field, remember? So the pillar of white light, I could really see that as being like a detox. So the divine feminine could really need some sort of like detoxing out in her life. And working with the quantum field would then be programming yourself through like tools like self-hypnosis, affirmations. You can do Reiki, you can do all sorts of stuff, to work with your quantum field and essentially create your life how it is that you want. If you don't want to be a smoker anymore, then you need to change your self-image that you're a smoker. That's what this is saying. This helps you do that. This really helps you do that. You can do things like journaling and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, the thing that matters most is the thoughts that are running through your head when you are triggered. Okay? When you're triggered. And this says right here, the trigger word is freedom. Now, I'm not sure, like, I don't remember off the top of my head this full program, how he breaks it down, but I'm assuming the trigger word is every time you feel like you're getting a craving, say freedom, freedom, freedom. Okay? And freedom will remind you of that little script. All right? How helpful. Okay. And it should be like liberating too, you know? Like, think about it, you know, stuff like whether it's smoking cigarettes or any sort of other addictions. Like sometimes people are addicted to alcohol, sometimes they're addicted to pot, sometimes they're addicted to much worse stuff, you know, whatever it is. So how does that limit your freedom? One, it keeps you like tied to a substance, but two, say you like literally like your real freedom. Say you want to go traveling, right? You can't very well bring all that stuff on board to, you know, like TSA isn't going to allow that. You can't bring your, you know, lighters and smokes and your, you know, your little vapey vape. Those might explode or whatever. Or the, if you're like, into other stuff, right? So, you know, like obviously, but also if you're somebody that's like entrenched in like alcoholism, okay, or other like highly dependent stuff, nicotine is highly dependent, okay, it is, like it really is, and the withdrawals off of it are not comfortable. Like you're gonna have to go through a process of a week or two where you're irritable, where you are grumpy, and you just need to just deal with it and allow this release. Quit smoking. Divine Feminine Fridays. Quit smoking. Show yourself. Elsa, princesses. I'm actually getting a message around that. Is if you are to be a divine feminine, which is very different from just working with your feminine energy, it's very different than, it's like a thing, you know? It's like coming correct in your divinity as a woman. We do all eventually get there, but we're all in different parts of our journey. And if it's something to where you aspire to be that, and that's what it is that you want to work with, you have to know that, like princesses, there's certain things you can and can't do. Okay? There's rules attached to it. There's certain things that you have to let go of. How many princesses are out there chain smoking? Okay? Also, on the flip side, sometimes releasing the restrictions around something that is like a paradigm that you're stuck into. Like Elsa, she's royalty. She can't just run around doing magical, you know, whatever. She's literally riding on a water horse, like doing God knows what. She's out doing magical stuff. She doesn't have time to run a kingdom. So she allotted that to her sister, right? She no longer wanted to live in the stuck paradigm of the prim and the proper and the this and the this. But at the end of the day, it's all still your self-image. And they both, everything is representing freedom. There is just a huge overtone of freedom. So if there is something to where you are looking to liberate yourself, there's some sort of liberation here. I haven't even pulled a single tarot. I haven't even pulled a single tarot card. But listen, whether it's a bad habit such as smoking that you're looking to get rid of, whether it is a crutch, a way of life, a new life that you need to shift into, there's some sort of like muckiness that you have to go through, kind of like the ice cave, kind of like the adventure and the travel that, you know, orphan Anastasia has to get to actually get to her grandma. Like, it was a whole ordeal, and she's running around with a bunch of con artists, and it was like, oh my goodness, it was like a thing, you know. It's a journey, and that journey is all about self-discovery. Kind of like if, you know, we do pull some tarot here, the Fool card is that the first step on the journey of self-discovery, right? But sometimes you can't see yourself if you are stuck, if you're being stuck by something, whatever it is that you need to liberate yourself from. And sometimes it's like, it may not even be an addictive substance that's holding you back. It could be a fear. Like, how are you going to get anywhere if you're too afraid to drive the car? Or too afraid to get on the plane? Or worried to take a journey, that worried to go on vacation, that when you come back, you know, everything's going to be different in your neighborhood. That sounds so weird. I don't know. That feels odd to me. That feels kind of odd to me. We got bottom of the deck energies though. Look. The 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. So my two favorite cards in the deck. Hang on, let me just tune in for a second. You're afraid perhaps to release this, for one, because of what it might reveal of your self-discovery, but you are afraid that if you follow your self-discovery and you follow your passions, that you'll actually be happy. Maybe Maybe, yeah. Maybe it could be everything you ever wanted. And that scares you. Fear of success. It's really common. It's really, really common, okay? You have to know who you are before you show people who you are, or people will tell you who you are. So you need to be grounded in that. Take this journey of self-discovery. Don't take this time for granted. This is your time. This is your movie. This is your Disney movie. You are you are the star, the Disney princess you are the main, character in this, this scene, this movie that is your life, right? It's all you. So don't be afraid of your own happiness, even if you have to get through your shadow to go through it, okay? It's a journey. And at the end of the day, the journey is everything. Once you get to the end and you are a princess, it's like, well, what now? What are you going to do now? Okay? Just take it day by day, one step every day for whatever it is. Discover one thing about yourself. Can we get some tarot? Can we get some advice for our Divine Feminine Collective today? Five of Swords reversed. High Priestess. Whoops. The Eight of Cups fell on the ground. You're going to have to release control, release wanting to win at all costs, and just follow your intuition. Remember, this is the Divine Feminine Fridays. Who else is guided by the intuition, right? You have to follow that own inner light. Yesterday I tapped in as far as following your passions will actually make you pregnant with potential. So the Divine Feminine energy is fertile. Okay. Look at the Empress. I didn't even know that was there. Yeah, it's fertile. Everything's very fertile. Okay. And with the Eight of Cups being on the floor, that signifies is that this journey has already begun. You already started walking this. If you're Elsa and you are making your way to your iced cave to go discover it is who you are, you've already started this journey. Okay. You've already started this journey. You might be climbing a mountain right now and you need to let go of the backpack that's weighing you down. Whatever it is that this self-hypnosis thing came up for, it could be habits. Whatever it is for you, you should intuitively know. You should intuitively know what it is and then just release it. It's like carrying heavy energetic baggage, never cleansing that auric field is like dragging a bag of trash behind you of everybody else's gunk that you've ever collected and just keep walking. Just let go of that. And please do a white light pillar meditation to cleanse your auric field, okay? If you don't know how to do that, there's people who do it, okay? There's Reiki videos. There's sound healing, okay? Stuff, the selenite, okay? Crystals. Mm-hmm. There's so much you can do. There's so much you can do to cleanse your space and your auric field. But that white light meditation, really helpful. I see this card peeking out right here. Breakfast. So perhaps first thing in the morning when you wake up. Boop, boop, boop. Like you're eating breakfast every day. And then we've also got the family pet. Okay? This could be something you should do for your pets too. I'm a pet mommy. I don't know if you just heard my dog bark back there. I'm obviously, but I'm also like a mom too. So if you have kids, you should be practicing spiritual hygiene for them until they're able to do it themselves. Okay? And you can just do it with your third eye, with your visualization. Okay? You just imagine white light casting away anything in the auric field and just clearing it out. Or, you can play harmonious sound frequencies in the home. Use crystals, sage, Palo Santo, you know, whatever it is that works. But clear that out. But you are on quite a journey right now, Divine Feminine. It's one that's already begun. You are running up that hill, okay? And you need to let go of the garbage that you are dragging with you. You don't need it where you're going. You don't need it. You're going to get new garbage, better garbage, shinier garbage, crown type of garbage, magic type of garbage, okay? It's like if you were journeying with just everything on your back, okay, what would you take with you? You couldn't take everything in your house. You'd have to get new stuff. Sometimes that happens in life. That could be something that you're literally going through. Maybe you're moving and you have to downsize. Maybe you're moving to another country. Maybe you are, you know, I don't know what's going on in your life. Obviously, use your discernment. Use your discernment, but it's a very fertile time. It's a very fertile time right now. So make sure that you are cleansing your energy. Make sure you are protecting your energy, and make sure that you are going in and self-discovering yourself. There's another card right here. We've got give more time to your hobbies, revelations. Yeah, you're going to discover stuff about yourself as you start discovering what it is that you like, and you follow what it is that you like. Just go out and follow your heart, okay? You know, what is this right here? Consistent, committed, imperfect action. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's going to be kind of messy, but all that matters is that you consistently take action, that you're committed to consistently take action. What have we got? A winning streak, okay? Like this is the winning streak, and it says it might take time, but it will pay off. You're walking up a mountain right now. Release what it is you need to release, whether that be any sort of unhealthy behaviors that are holding you back, or toxic people, places, things. Stagnant energy within old possessions, okay? Declutter. Could be all sorts of stuff. You see all this up here? I was looking for something today, and I was like, oh my, I need to declutter up here. Like, you know, it's an endless project, but 'tis the time. Can we get just a final message here? The world. Yeah. It's like you're just about crossing a threshold, you know. Once you walk up this mountain, you're going to get to the top. And then it's all downhill from here. Easy peasy. But it's a whole new world. Okay, Disney princess reading. I'm so sorry. This is just okay. Once you get up to the top of the hill, you're going to see this beautiful, you know, onset, this landscape. It's going to be magical. It's like a magical kingdom, you know, a harvest, an abundant harvest, because you stayed committed, okay? Committed to that divine flow of your self-actualization and allowing yourself to actually know your energy. I love that. That's so beautiful. I think on that, I'm going to close on that note. I wish you a happy Friday, Divine Feminine Fridays. Let me know if you guys like this. I think I want to start doing it. I would like to actually build up a bit of like a community though. I think the world needs a lot of that right now, you know? So I will probably be doing in-depth, channeled, intuitive, divine feminine check-ins like this, hopefully every Friday on my Patreon. I don't think that I will put this as a regular on my YouTube, just because I feel a lot of it is on an intimate level. So if you're catching this I hope this was very helpful. If you enjoyed this, please come join me on my Patreon community, and we're going to do this more often. Anyways, I hope this session helped you kind of alchemize where it is that you needed your energy for today. You're almost there, okay? Running up that hill. Jog on up there. You got this, okay? Love you. Bye.